Okay, I want to work a little bit on graphing equations. You have to graph the equation. Okay, example 1. Y is equal to negative 5x plus 3. Now y is here, so is x. You see them. So you make a wall on the y side. If y is by itself, you apply your MB. So we're going to use slope and y-intercept. So slope is M, y-intercept's B. So slope's negative 5. That needs a number under it. You don't put 3, it's over 1. Okay. Y-intercept's positive 3. So on the y, you got positive, negative. So positive 1, positive 2, positive 3. That coordinate is called 0, 3, because if you take negative 5 times 0, that's 0 for x, but if you add 3, you're at 3. So I'm at forward, down 5, forward 1. Or you can go forward 1, down 5. It does the same thing. Okay. Line's fairly steep, that's all right. Okay, next one, 2x plus 6y equals negative 18. So again, x and y are both here, okay? But the y ain't by itself, so you dot it, circle it. It's already positive, so we don't change any signs. We do have to get rid of this 2x, so we subtract it, put a 0x, and subtract it from 0x. It does not get subtracted from 18. 18 does not have an x. 6 times y. 0 minus still circle. 0 minus 2 is negative 2. You got to put the x term down first, then your constant plus negative 18. And divide all your terms by 6. Okay, negative 2 divided by 6 is a decimal, so I'm going to keep it negative 2 over 6 with x still there. And this is not a decimal because I divide negative 18 by 6, it's negative 3. So now you have your M and your B. So slope, y-int. So the slope's negative 2 over 6. The y-intercept's negative 3. Go to your multiplication table, see if you can reduce the slope 2 over 6. I think you can because they're both in the second row. So that becomes negative 1 over 3. You're dividing both the top and bottom by 2. So the y-intercept's negative 3. So positive, negative, so we're going down 1, 2, 3. I go forward 3, down 1. Put arrows on both ends, okay? Okay, x equals negative 6. Okay, well, where the heck's y? Y is not here. So for y, we're going to put whatever, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, so I make 3 coordinates. Now, what's the letter you have there? You have negative 6, and it's equal to x. So negative 6 goes under the x's. Since y is not here, we're going to go 1, 2, 3. So I go backwards 6, up 1. Remember, negative on x is this way, okay? So negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I'm going to go up 2, negative 6, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so again, everywhere on that point, you're at negative 6 on the x-axis, okay? All right, next one, y equals 1/3 x minus 4. X and y are both here, so I make a wall on the y side, and we have our M and B. Because y is by itself, we have our M and B, which means I convert that, that's my slope and y-intercept. Slope is M, y-intercept's B. So it'll be 1/3, negative 4. So remember, y is positive this way, it's negative this way. So you go down 1, 2, 3, 4, make a point, then you're forward 3, up 1. have it. Okay, next problem. 3x minus 2y equals 12. Okay, you got some work to do. You got x and y both in the equation. You got to get the y by itself if you're going to apply your MB slope y-intercept method. So make that plus negative. You do not want that as a negative. You make it. The reason you don't is because that later on in the problem, that becomes the run of your slope. It's on the bottom for your slope. You don't want that as negative because you want to run forward. You don't want to run backwards. That's the reason for making that positive, negative. So if you switch that, you got to switch the outsides. So plus 3x. Then I make a 0x and plus 3x there. So you got 2 times y. Write x down, 0 plus 3 is 3. And add your negative 12. Okay, you're going to divide by 2. Everything by 2. If you divide this side by 2, you get to divide each term separately by 2. Although 3 divided by 2 is a decimal, so I'm not actually going to divide that. I'm going to keep it as a fraction. 6 divided by 2, 12 divided by 2 is 6. Okay, now you got your slope and you got your y-intercept. Slope's 3 over 2, then positive 6. Look at your slope. If you look at 3 and 2 on a multiplication table, the only row they're in together is the first row, so it's already in simplest form. Okay, so on the y, positive 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then from there I go forward 2, up 3. Can't do it again, oh well, 2 points is good enough. Okay. There's my line. Okay, last problem. Y equals 1/5 x minus 2. Okay, so I think y and x are both here and the y is by itself, so that's good. I don't have to do much work. It's MB. You got to graph it right. Remember, slope's m, y-intercept's, so slope's 1/5, y-intercept's negative 2. So here's the y, positive, negative. So you go down 2. You go forward 5, up 1. Can't do it again, that's okay. Okay, that's a synopsis on how to graph linear equations. There is a second way you can do it by finding the x and y intercept, but I'm not going to get into that in this video.